Hi, and welcome to a Chip Off the Old Block Toys. I'm Jeff. This is part 3 of building the apartment. That's Friends. It's a Friends set from the movie or the show Friends, and it's Lego set 10292. Like I said, this is a third installment. We've done bags 1 through 12 already. We have 13, 14, 15 left. So let's go ahead and start building. So anyway, I hope you guys are having a good morning. Hey Greg, thanks for joining. How's your day going, Greg? And just as a follow-up, yesterday we talked about my efforts and my dream to move out to the country. And just a short recap, I did look at 2 homes on Friday. Neither one of them were really what I wanted. Number 1 would work because it had a nice outbuilding, a garage that it was a separate garage, detached garage that they already had a 2-car garage attached to the house, and that fit my truck in it. But the outbuilding would be totally separate. It was like a pole barn setting, so there was no inner supports. It was all supported by the wall, so it'd be perfect for a YouTube room. Okay, I was getting a warning that I was getting no data, but when I refreshed, it says that I am getting data. So if you can't hear me, please let me know. Or if you can hear me, please let me know. The internet has been better since I hardwired this room, but it's still not perfect. So the first house had an outbuilding that was 31 by 35 feet. And it would be perfect for doing the Lego City mock out there because there was no inner supports. And I need to grab that. There was no no poles or anything. It was all supported by the walls. And Greg says, I've been binge watching 007 movies, James Bond. Yeah, those are good. It's been a while since I've seen them. And in my personal opinion, Sean Connery was the best 007. But what is your opinion, Greg? Who was your favorite actor as 007? Because he changed a couple times over the years. So back to discussion about the home. The problem was the house itself. The house itself was about 1,300 square foot less than what I have going on here. So it definitely would have been a downgrade. I would have got the studio I wanted, but downgrade. And the people that own the house, I believe, are misreading the market, and they think it's worth far more than what it is. And so I just didn't. I didn't put an offer on. I walked away. And then house number 2 I looked at. They poured the foundation for a nice detached garage, but that's the problem. There was no detached garage. There would have been no place to shoot YouTube in this house. Greg Dillon says his favorite 007 was Craig Daniel, and I also like Austin Powers. Well, we have something in common because I love Austin Powers. I know that it's bathroom teenage humor, but you know what? I still enjoyed it. Frau Farbissina was probably one of my favorite characters. I love when she screamed, "Bring in the gods! Fembots! Scott!" I actually watched a best of Frau Farbissina the other day on YouTube, and that's all it was all her screaming. So it's pretty funny. Well, house number 2 did not have exactly what I needed, because it wasn't... the top floor had been remodeled. The bottom floor was in the process of being remodeled, and it looked like the owners just ran out of money and they just quit. And so that would have posed a problem for me, because I'm very busy with everything I got going on. And even though I have the know-how of how to fix and finish most things that needed to be done, the time would have seriously been an issue. So I moved on from 2, didn't make an offer either. And that leads me to yesterday. Yesterday, I went and looked at a third home, and I was not too excited about this home. This was one of those where one of the benefits of moving out to the country is I'm going to be just a few minutes away from my oldest sister, who, out of all my siblings, she's the one that I've kept in contact with over the years. So it would have been nice to live close to her. However, she wanted me to look at a house in her town where she was at, in the same town. And the town's only like 600 people, so I mean, it literally would have been around the corner from her. And I thought, okay, that's nice, right? You know, I'll take a look. But I took a look, and the house was built in 1941, and we checked the tax records, and it never changed hands. So it was the same owner the whole time. And the same owner, well, it showed. There was very little upkeep on the place. The place was pretty far gone. Just walking in there, it smelled like mildew. I didn't like how choppy the layout was. It was not consistent at all. And there was only 3 bedrooms. It was very small. And the way they used the space just didn't make sense. It wasted space. And one of the things that drew me to the property, though, to even look at it, was that there was like 3-4 outbuildings. So I thought, okay, you know, maybe one of those is good enough for a YouTube studio. No, I was wrong. I went out there and looked at those things, and every single one of those, they were just dilapidated. I mean, one of them, if you would have just barely kicked the side, it probably would have fallen over. And that's not an exaggeration. I mean, it was really that far gone. So anyway, after looking at it, I just couldn't. So I did not make an offer on that place. And unfortunately, there is nothing else for sale in that area. So the house hunting has been put on hold for now. My real estate agent, of course, you know, she's looking to get paid, so she's trying to encourage me to put an offer on house number 1, because she says that, you know, it's been sitting on the market for 60 days. Thoughts on that new gay set? I think you mean the monochrome set. You know, I think, if you're asking what I think politically, I'll leave that alone. Just because I don't view that, I don't discuss politics here. What do I think about the actual set itself? And the pieces? It's okay. I'm not really sure I'm going to buy it, though. Because I don't... it's not what it represents is not the reason. The reason is it's basically a display set. And I have enough in this house that's displayed. I don't need another set that's just going to sit around and collect dust. So that would be my reasoning for not buying it. Now, I have heard online, I have been in the discussions, and I have seen many people are just fit to be tied that they're doing that set. And I guess that's their right to be fit to be tied. But if you're asking what I think, just as a set itself, I'm not impressed. It's a bunch of minifigures that are multicolored, and I just don't see the use for it. And I just don't see the use for it. Just another display case. When I ask that, most people ban me right away. Look, NC Bricks, you got to understand something. I'm an American, and I take the First Amendment seriously. Look, you don't have to agree with me. I don't have to agree with you. That's what makes the world go round. And, whatever. Some people would touchy about everything, but there's just no reason to be so touchy to the point that you can't even hear somebody out. So, yeah, the house hunting is put on hold for now. What I plan on doing, there's nothing I can do with this house here to get a YouTube studio like I want. There's just, this house sits on a 1/4 acre, so there's not even enough room to even entertain that. So, that won't happen. But I do need to finish the sprinkler system here. Hey, Bricks on YouTube, how you doing today? Thanks for joining. So I need to do the sprinkler system. I did it for the majority of the yard, but the one corner of the yard's not finished because the sidewalk wasn't finished. And I have a huge utility thing on the end of my property, utility box, and I knew that they had to get into it to expand the street. And so I chose not to put the sprinkler over there because I knew they'd be digging, and I figured they would tear it up anyway, which I'm glad I didn't, because now that I've seen what they did in that area, it would have been tore up. I was right. So they just poured the concrete for that sidewalk and finished it about 2 weeks ago. So now I need to get that done. And I was out there yesterday measuring. That's really weird. They give us the Thanksgiving turkey, but they don't. Huh. All right, that's Lego for you. So I need to get that done. And I can put a shed in the back. I'm allowed one. I'm in an HOA, which I'm not too fond of, but yeah. So I have that to do. The sprinkler system. And I need to put window well covers because I've got a little granddaughter and I don't want her to get fall. She is outside a lot with me, and I have to keep a close eye on her, very close. And I like to put a fence in too. There are things I could do to make the house a little bit better and to make it so I want to stay a little bit longer. And the goal is to stay here, accumulate some more equity, and keep checking the market, and hopefully within a short amount of time I can have more money, and somebody will put something on the market that'll work for me. Someone will sell theirs. And Greg, 8 more days. Yes. And I'm gonna check my phone real quick just because I found something out here. I was reading online that it's going to be available for VIP members on Wednesday. I have to call the store and confirm because that was late last night after the Lego store closed when I read that. But I'm going to call the Lego store today and verify that the Daily Bugle will be available on Wednesday for VIP members. And if that's the case, I will be there to pick mine up on that date, on Wednesday. But I don't know. I don't know if that's true. We'll find out. But I'm excited to get it. I like 25 minifigures. I think that's really cool how they squeeze that many in there. All right, so we got another minifigure here. Looks like this is Phoebe with the hair. Oh, and I was just curious, like, speaking of Austin Powers and those kind of movies, I was thinking about movie quotes, and I just wondered if you guys had like a favorite quote from a movie. And after a little bit, I'll share my favorite movie quote. And also in life, ask your daughter to do a live stream with you. She will be here starting, well, she leaves Florida on June 4th. So she'll be here. She's driving one of those large rider trucks, U-Haul, whatever. So she won't be here till probably the 8th or the 9th. But yeah, she's very much into Legos, always has been, and I ran the idea past her for doing videos, and she didn't give me a firm commitment, and most kids that are 20, 21 don't. But she did let me know that she was interested, so I'm hoping that's the case, that she really is interested. And well, that's weird. They have me build this, but they don't tell me where to put it. Okay, well, keep moving then. I don't know what kind of piece of furniture this is, but okay, so this goes over here, and that is, okay, I must have missed something here, because they're having me put this here, but there's like nothing to, yeah, there's nothing really to attach it there. Oh, I see. I got it backwards. Okay. All right. Well, my favorite real life quote comes from an author, and I always butcher her name. I don't know how to say it. It's Malo Angelou, and her quote that I like the most is, "When people tell you who they are, believe them." And I think that's really important, because in life there's a lot of fake people out there, and there's a lot of people that'll say one thing but completely not mean it, mean something else. And so basically they can be like a wolf in sheep's clothing sometimes. And I like her quote just to believe them, because people's actions should be believed over their words. And so, and I think that's a very powerful quote, because I never had thought about things, and I heard this quote years ago, but I never thought about things in that way. until I read that quote and realized that what she's saying is when people do stuff, that's what you should look at, not necessarily what they say. And there's a lot of truth to that. So, very powerful quote. I'd like to hear if there's any real life quotes that you guys like and that have maybe touched you in your lives in a certain way that, like make you stronger or give you more resolve, that kind of thing. And my favorite movie quote is actually Star Wars, and it's as if that's a surprise, but Star Wars, and it's one of the, I don't even know why it's my favorite. It's kind of a dumb quote, I know that, but it's the one where in The New Hope, where Princess Leia and Luke got separated from Han and Chewie while they're on the Death Star trying to get to what do you call that? To the Millennium Falcon. And when they met up, Han's like, "What took you so long?" kind of thing, and Princess Leia says, "Oh, we ran into some old friends." And I don't know why I find that funny, and I don't know why, but that's like my favorite movie quote because she was so sarcastic in her delivery. It was funny. So I really like that. All right. Have I watched? No, I have not, Greg. I have not watched Family Guy Star Wars. I wasn't aware they did that. I did see the Robot Chicken one made by the guy Scott on Austin Powers. I did see that. That was kind of... It was funny at times, but it was a little off. But what do I expect from that guy? Not much more than that, so... Well, this apartment sure is going up fast. You know, I know this is going to eventually happen just because the way things work. Hey, John, how you doing? And thanks for joining, John. I'm wondering, like, you see us every now and again online where some Lego fan or fan of the show, they see a set like this and they say, well, gee, it only has the 2 apartments. Maybe I should, expand it out and do all the apartments. And I don't know how big the building is because I never watched the show that closely. But I'm wondering if someone's going to do a huge mock. And, like, they have Central Perk. And I'm imagining there's more to the building than just the coffee shop. So it would be interesting to see any ideas of people mocking this out and making it something huge. And John says it's crazy here. Well, if it's appropriate to share here, please do. If it's something you want to talk about later, John, just hit me up. But we are on bag 14 of 15. And, yeah. So it's coming along nicely, in my opinion. Oh, kids, sleepover. Yeah. What are the approximate ages of the kids? Oh man, having 4 kids, we had plenty of sleepovers, and Yeah, some of those can get downright crazy. No sleep, kids running around, getting into everything, especially because I have all these Legos. That used to be a problem. But does anybody have a favorite life quote they want to share, or a favorite movie quote? Oh, 10 years old? Yeah. Yeah, that can be an interesting wild age depending on the kids. Oh. I probably need to go out and mow my lawn today. Not really wanting to. But it is supposed to be a mild day out there in the 60s. So it would be a beautiful day. And I wouldn't walk away too sweaty. So maybe today is the day to do it, because around here, especially in a couple weeks, it's going to be in the hundreds. You know, like 101, 102, or the high 90s. So probably a good time to get that done. I like these little refrigerators they did. They did one in Joey's apartment, Chandler's apartment. My favorite creator expert is the Aston Martin. So, yes, that is a great fine set, and I have it sitting right there. Need to build it on camera. It's kind of the problem. I've got plenty of sets, just no time to throw them together. So hopefully that I'll be able to get to it soon. I hate teasing people and letting them saying, "Hey, I'm going to do something," and I don't do it. My favorite Lego expert, and I'm not really sure if it's considered Lego expert, because I think it came out before they called it Lego expert, but they've been calling the modulars Lego experts, the newer ones. So I'm going to infer that they meant that the older sets that were modular were also experts. And my favorite set is the original modular, the cafe corner, the one with the large hotel sign on the side of it. Even though it doesn't come with an interior, I think it's a great set. And yeah. And Greg says, calling your name, saying, build me, build me. Probably is. In fact, I think I hear something. And those are not the usual voices in my head. I'm only kidding. I have to say that because some people get so sensitive if you joke like that. And look, I'm only joking. Well, that's great. They shorted me a piece. So it's definitely not here. And it's not in the bag. All right. Well, I'm gonna. Yep. You know what? I'm just gonna skip it. It's this little piece right here. I'm gonna skip it for now. They did give me this one. So you know what? I guess I'll just use it. Because I need something to support that wall so I can finish it. Okay, well, I messed something up. I just noticed. Let me fix that real quick. All right, now it fits flush. I love all these little cabinet things they've built on this. And all the little details and the extras. I think it's pretty cool. A lightsaber handle on the end of a pan. All right, so now we're going to put a little bit of flowers, foliage in the apartment. I don't know about you guys, but I got a couple house plants. I like them. I think they make the room smell better and make them feel the air feel more fresh than stale. So I love having them. And John says, I'm in the mood for Waffle House right now. All right, it's Greg, I'm sorry. You know, we don't have any Waffle Houses around here. We did when I lived back east. The closest thing to like a Waffle House we have is maybe an IHOP, or there's a small chain that used to be a lot bigger, but they went through some hard times. It's called D's, and it's kind of like Waffle House and Denny's mixed together. And John says, I think I'm going to get myself a fully loaded iPad Pro in September. Well, John, I hope you get it. I think that having something to look forward to is awesome. So we are on the final bag of this set. And I was going to say, I know that I am behind on some of the videos. Like I did the helmets on live stream and never went back and did the reviews. So I will be doing that probably today, especially if I can get some time where my granddaughter's still sleeping, or when she's doing something, you know, where I can sneak away for a minute and do these little videos, because I built most of them on live stream, and I don't think I ever made it back and did the. I know I did it on a couple of them. Did do the review movie video, so I need to do those, and I will do those. And John says eventually it runs $2,500. Yeah, that's pretty expensive, John. But well, all I'm going to say is I spend money on Legos like it's going out of style. So I definitely understand expensive habits, hobbies, whatever. And still, man, if you think it's going to benefit you, it might be worth getting. So this is an interesting chair back that they're doing on this one. And there we go. Interesting looking chair. And John says, my technology needs to be replaced. They're dinosaurs. Yeah. That's usually the case for me as well, is I just use it until it just doesn't have the performance that I need it to have, because they upgrade apps and stuff and they require more power, or, you know, in the case of starting YouTube, I had to boost my RAM on my desktop, and Ghost Green Man says hey, and hey, back at you. How you doing? Thanks for joining us. We're building the friend's apartment, and we are on the last bag. Of course, the last time I replaced my computer was literally a day after I moved into this home, which isn't the time for new expenses. But what had happened was I moved the computer and I plugged it in, and it decided that it didn't want to work. And so I have to work because I work from home, and they don't provide the computer. So I found myself running out and getting one, and I was actually able to get a decent one. And John says everything I have is 12 plus years. Those are, I'm not sure if those are dinosaurs anymore, John. I think they're in a different category from that then. Sorry, John, just giving you a hard time there, but yeah. As far as technology is concerned, I know there's going to be a time I'm going to need to get a new camera. I like what I have so far, so I'm not looking to change. But my next camera, I would like to get one where maybe there's a remote to it, because currently when I shoot my videos, it's just me, so I have to get up and walk around, and then I have to edit it because I'm not in the picture for a little bit. So yeah, when I start my videos, I'm at the camera, I turn it on, I walk around, and then you have like a 4-second thing where it needs to be edited out. So, and that's the same at the end of the videos, and plus the fact that if I want to change camera angles, I literally have to get up, turn it off, change the camera angle, come back. So there's a lot of editing involved. And I'm hoping that the next camera that I get, I won't have to do that. I can maybe use a little remote. I've seen some of those cameras that have a little remote. I don't know what they cost, but if they save me time in making videos, it'd definitely be worth it. So I'm going to look into that for my next camera. Not looking to buy it anytime soon, though. Okay, well, we're coming across here. What's a secret in that build? That is an excellent question that I do not have the answer to. Unless you consider the turkey, which, okay, not really a secret because that was one of the most famous episodes on Thanksgiving, but they do have little stuff like that, and they have they've got the dog. I think they said pet the dog or something. You know, the dog was a focal point in some of the episodes as well. And the canoe was there back when Joey had money, and then when he ran into hard times, he had to sell it. So I don't know if there's any actual secrets, but there's plenty of references to specific episodes in here. And I always like those little Easter eggs. So but if you know of a secret, please share it. Because like I've mentioned earlier, I mostly got this set because my daughter Amanda loved this show. I've only seen a few episodes, so I know the gist of the story, and I know a little bit about, you know, the episodes that I watched, but I never watched the whole entire season even, so I didn't. I'd put it maybe at 4 to 6 episodes I've seen entirely, and well, that show went on for many seasons, so it tells you how much I missed. I'll try to find secret in YouTube. Yeah, it's probably somebody's done a video on it by now. gotta be kidding me. Lego, this is not cool. I'm missing a window. Y'all saw me open it. Now I'm checking the bag down here. There is no window. They actually shorted me a window. Well, I might have one. Hold on a second. Be right over here. And yes, I do have one. But very frustrating though. This is an expensive hobby, and I hate when Lego misses pieces. And whenever you call them to tell them, I prefer to order online, because whenever you talk to somebody that works there, they're like, "Oh, really? It was missing a piece?" Like as if it never happens. And it's like, yeah, it happens all the time, man. But John says that show got annoying at times. There's supposed to be a Friends reunion on HBO Max. Frustrating. Yeah, you know, John, I did see that they were planning on doing it, and there were some people commenting that the actor that plays Chandler didn't look so well, and it had them concerned about him. And I don't know enough about what he looks like normally to know whether he looks sickly, or I don't even know what they're referring to. So maybe I shouldn't speak on that. But I'd heard some rumors online about that, and whatever. And John says frustrating, meaning the missing piece. And then he says, Jeff, that could be a person like me on the phone. Yeah, it could be. I mean, I know that I worked at a call center for a little bit, and depending on the account, some of them wouldn't let you freely speak. You had to follow a script, which I found annoying, because if someone's problem doesn't quite fit the issue or the script, then you're basically frustrating everybody involved. You're going to frustrate the customer and yourself, because you just can't talk about it the way you need to. The show is not that big of a deal to make a fuss about. I don't know why the hype. Yeah. I mean, you know, like I said, I never really watched it all that much, so it's hard for me to get excited about them doing a reunion show. But you know, I could imagine people would. I mean, if they did a Seinfeld one, I'd really be excited about that. That was one of my favorite shows. In fact, for TV shows, that is my favorite, not just and I know that, like, the actor that played Jerry's parents, the father, I heard he passed on. But I mean, you know, the main characters, you know, George, Jerry, and Elaine, they're all still around, and Kramer. So I think it'd be really cool to see a reunion show from that, and I would definitely watch it. And Ghost Green Man says, I think a TV or computer set Ghost Sports for a secret. Oh. Yes, it does. It's, here, it'd be better if I just peel it off. Yeah, it says Ghost Sports right now. I hope you guys can see that. Yeah, I did see that. I just didn't catch the reference. I might have to blame it on age. No, I'm just kidding. Well, we are definitely winding down. I always like these camera pieces that make it look like, you know, it's like lighting for the cameras. It's pretty cool. Okay, I'm not following what they want me to do here. These instructions are kind of iffy. But we'll look at it a little more closely, see if we can figure this out. So it looks like outside this door, oh, it's a closet. Okay, now it makes sense. So they want me to cram some stuff in the closet and make it all crazy. So, well, I think the best way to do that is just turn it on its side, because okay, it's crammed in the closet. Okay, so now they want me to add the furniture. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air reunion. Yeah, you know something, Greg? That would be interesting. Will Smith has matured a lot since that show. And the dynamics would be different because, well, now he's an adult, so he wouldn't be a teenage kid with parents. So, you know, that actually would be interesting. I wouldn't want to be one of the writers on that, though, but yeah, I'd like to see that, too. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air was funny. And, man, you see that thing? Will Smith was so freaking young in that thing. I can't. Oh, man. I mean, he still pretty much looks the same, but wow. And Ghost Greenman says, if then made a Lego Knives Out mansion. Okay, I didn't follow. Who would want Legos to make a knife set out? You mean like real knives? Like something you use in the kitchen? Or am I totally missing the reference? Greg says, or a Steve Urkel show reunion. Oh, man. I have to say, I completely forgot about that show. But that is just a hilarious freaking show. I mean, like, I love his famous line, "Did I do that?" And boy, I don't know how I did this, but I missed a whole entire thing here. Oh, the movie. Well, the good thing is a lot of things that Legos has touched, especially their movies, have been good. So, yeah. I like to see Lego do some more movies. Okay, this is really frustrating, Lego. I made a mistake somewhere, but I'm just going to have to go with it. Don't have much of a choice at this point, being this far along. I don't like this because they they were so excited about showing how to move the window that the instructions block how to put the tiles on. So that's going to be interesting. Green Ghost Man says then 40 secret in that set. The one with all the cheesecakes, I think that one. I'm going to be honest and just say I don't know what you're referring to. The one with Ross Grant. Oh, that's the secret. Okay. Yeah, because I didn't really watch the show that heavily, I definitely don't catch that. But I'm sure there's people here that do, and I hope that they do catch it. All right, everybody. We are done with all the bags. We are done with building the set. I'm going to go ahead and place all the minifigures. All right, there we go. And in case you didn't know, the two apartments loosely come together here. And I hope you can see this. But this is a great set. A lot of fun to build. I think it's very decently priced, right at $150. I'm going to do a full review on it here in a separate video. But I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. And if you have, hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, please. And turn on all notifications. That way you'll know when I put out a new video, which is almost every day. Either a live stream or a video. And also you can leave me a comment below. I have a Bricklink store. It's called A Chip Off the Old Block. Link is in the description. And I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your Sunday. And I'll catch you guys on the next video, which... tomorrow's video, there's probably gonna be more than one. I'm gonna catch up on doing the reviews of the helmets and some and this review here of this set here. Hope to squeeze that all in, so there might be multiple videos that are released tomorrow. Tuesdays, I haven't figured out what I'm doing yet, but if Wednesday, if the date that I saw was correct, then the Daily Bugle is released to VIP members on Wednesday. If that's correct, I will be there Wednesday, and I will go ahead and start a live stream on Wednesday of doing the Daily Bugle. All right, guys, be good to each other, and be safe out there, and I'll catch you in the next video.